Hey everyone, it's Sweeney again. So I have a topic here today, and I have a problem with fan bases lately. And I'm sorry if you see my dogs in the video. Yeah. Anyway, so what's happening? Why are these 13-year-olds thinking that they're gonna marry someone twice their age? And why are they, God forbid I ever said this, calling them daddy? Ugh. Like, what the hell's going on here? Um, Before you get me on this, like, there are some sane fans. Don't get me wrong here. Like, I know fans who respect, every member, or and their girlfriend and their wives or their personal lives. And I'm loyal to several bands, and if you don't like the bands I'm about to talk about, like one of them is on my shirt. Um, don't give me crap for it, but it's okay if you don't like them, just, keep the hate away from me. But, my number one band, this band right here, My Chemical Romance, I know a lot of loyal fans, and I happen to be one of them, as I've already said. And I guess my problem is probably the haters, which goes off topic of what this video is about. But, haters will often call them emo, and okay, fine, but back then they weren't really considered emo. They were considered like punk or goth, or something like that. um when I was a teenager, emo was an insult. It was used to bully people, and it was more of a fashion statement, which honestly that's what emo, at least to me, originally was. um and it's just now considered to be cool. And emo comes from emotional, which means if you were emo, you were depressed and you hurt yourself, which isn't really always true. You don't have to. Just because someone's dressed in all black doesn't mean that they have, like, depression and all these issues. Maybe they just, express themselves. Just because, I have some tattoos. That's the wrong arm, like right here. Um, doesn't mean that I have depression problems. Maybe I did when I was, a teenager, but that's a different story. But you can't judge someone like that. That's not right. Anyway, back to fan bases. And, okay, so there's people who are like, oh, I love this band, and I like know everything, and blah blah blah, but they only know like 3 songs, as it happens to me, like their most popular ones. Like, like with My Chem, people are always like, oh, I know all their songs, and but they only know like Welcome to the Black Parade or Teenagers. Like, everyone knows that. Everyone knows those songs. Do you know any other ones? Like Mama or Dead or Thank You for the Venom? Do you like like, okay, it's okay if you're a fan and you don't know like everything about the band. That's okay. You know, no one should judge you for that. But don't claim you're like this huge fan of something and it's not true. Like that to me bothers me, and I know other people who feel the same way. That to me is just weird and kind of stupid. But, that's just my opinion on it. You don't have to have the same opinion on as me or anything like that. Um, Come on. Okay, so off to a different band now, and I don't listen to them. And this is more of like a serious topic, because this happens a lot. Well, not a lot, just with, sexual comments and, etc. 21 Pilots. Well, I heard that Josh Dunn he went into the crowd, like, because that people, artists do that, that's fine. And the fans will often, grab at them and like hold them up, whatever. But what these people did, these people I don't know how they consider themselves fans at all. I don't. Um, his pants were pulled down and he was spanked. That's disgusting. Like that to me is just that sexual assault. They were not given permission to do that. No one, regardless if you're famous or not, that you don't deserve that kind of treatment. You know what? That's wrong. You were touching inappropriately without consent, and that's not okay at all. This is just, how the band will lose respect for their fans, and that's honestly probably the saddest thing. Bands shouldn't have to lose respect for their fan base. They should have a loyal, respectable, people who won't give them crap for having girlfriends or being married or liking someone or, you know, like, what's the problem? Are they not? They're human too. Treat them like they're human. You wouldn't want someone in your life telling you that they hated, your boyfriend or, girlfriend or whatever just because they like you a lot. That's not cool. So another band I'm talking about, you could probably hear them in the background, I'm not sure. Black Veil Brides, which I am a fan of, yes. I do have a fan page, and if who, if you follow my fan page, BVB Family Forever, you'll know what my admin tag is. But anyway, so Andy Biersack, the vocalist for Black Veil Brides, yes, he's a hot, and his eyes, man, and everything. But he's not the only one in the band here. No, they all deserve credit. They're all amazing. Like, have you heard of the other people? No. There are some people out there who only focus on Andy and think that it's just him, but that's not true. But I've noticed that a lot of people hate his girlfriend Juliet Sims, which she's also a musician. She used to have a band called Automatic Love Letter. I'm not sure if that's still around. But I would definitely put links to the bands I have mentioned so you can go check them out for yourselves. But people hate on Andy for having a girlfriend, and they've been together for I think 5 years now, and it's still going on. Why? Like, come on. They're happy together, obviously. They wouldn't be together for 5 years if they weren't happy. And, she's talented, she's beautiful. Like, she makes him happy. That's what matters, And he can date whoever he wants. And so can the other guys in the band, They all deserve to be happy, We have, as fans, we have a boundary that, we can't just cross into their personal lives, that's their business, we should just respect that, and I don't know why that's kind of like going downhill right now. I'm not saying like everyone's like that, but I've noticed it's becoming a problem, and what's sad is that I can't go into a comment section of anything like band related and not see something just ugly, like death threats, or against like the band or the fans, or why haven't they broke up yet, things like that. Why is that? And I'm just getting into another topic that has to do with fan bases also, and that's that fan bases do not respect other fan bases at all. Just because someone likes Metallica and someone else likes Sleeping with Sirens does not mean that you can, hate on each other just because you don't like the same style of music or the same band. Just, you can have opinions on it, but don't tell someone, they're stupid or their band is stupid because they like them. They look up to these people, maybe. I don't know. But bullying online, especially with music and really anything, has grown and grown and grown, and it's so sad to me that that happens and that it's going on. You know, when did we stop acting kind of like a family? I think that that's disappeared. Maybe not completely, but you know, it's you you don't feel like a family anymore because everyone's just fighting and having all these different opinions, and if your opinion doesn't like appeal to someone else, then you're just a terrible person. Like, no, why can't we communicate nicely and just not attack each other? I just want to share a story. I was at Warped Tour and Black Reds was there. Not this last year, but maybe like a year or so before. They were doing a meet and greet, and I didn't have a bracelet to meet them. So it was like, all those people who stand in like the circle or the crowd outside of the line where people can go see them. And Andy decided, to come out for like a few minutes and give everyone a high five. And what I saw, and he, apparently, obviously agreed, but all these girls were just piling up on top of each other, and it was ridiculous. It was like a feeding frenzy or something. Like, why? And what happened is that Andy didn't even make it around the entire, like, circle or whatever. He was so disgusted, with how we were, well, not me, but how these other girls, and probably guys too, were behaving. It's just like, that's no way to do that. Like, what world are you living in that, you can just at least watch where you're going and make sure there's like no one, like he was like 4 feet tall, you're like stepping on or something, don't act like animals. Like, it's exciting, I understand. I do. It's really exciting. You just want to, like, give them a hug or something and, tell them how much they mean to you. But when you just, you know what I'm talking about, and it's just sad. Don't do that. So, it's just, I could go on and on and on about, how sad this is, and, it needs to stop, and I think we need to come together, at least, to like look at ourselves and be like, why are we acting that way, and why do we I don't know. I'm just gonna stop here, guys. I hope that no one, like, I'm not trying to offend anyone, I'm not trying to push my opinion on anything. I'm just talking about the problems I see and what I think needs to stop. And I think a lot of people will agree. Like, stop hating on their girlfriends, stop hating on their wives, stop prying into their, personal lives, respect other people's music, just because someone's a metalhead and you happen to like country or something, we're respect each other. That's just it. Just because someone doesn't like something that you do doesn't mean they're stupid. Doesn't mean that, that their music sucks. It doesn't. That's not what it means. But yeah, anyway, love you guys. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys all later.